I wonder if you remember the conversation on Sophie Ridge on the Sky TV with Margaret Hodge and Owen Jones. I have a lot of respect for Owen Jones and a lot of time for him, and he makes some good points, he has some good moments, but rolling his eyes while Margaret Hodge was speaking will not be one of them. And he went on to huff and puff during the next 5 minutes, so much so that Sophie Ridge was obliged to scold him on air. And the points he was making were valid. The points she was making were valid, but the effect was extraordinarily uncomfortable to watch. Literally, he was stealing her thunder, and it came across as immature and greedy, no matter whether he was right or not about the issues. It doesn't really matter. I actually think that he was and is pretty well right, but the nuance that he gave in that show was wrong, and nuance is everything. Stealing thunder, it's such a good expression, and it comes from a 1709 play, or rather it comes from, the story starts with a 1709 play by a man called John Dennis, and the play is called Appius and Virginia, and of course you've never heard of it, and of course, you know, it disappeared. I don't think we could even get hold of a copy of the play. It was apparently a very bad play, but John Dennis, the author, devised an ingenious way of creating thunder. He created a thunder box, in effect. And but the play was a disaster, and it had to be stopped. And the thunderbox, however, continued in theatrical history and was used very shortly after that play folded in a production in the same theatre of the Shakespeare play Macbeth, which did rather better. And Dennis was incensed. He says, "The villains will play my thunder, but not my plays. They are stealing my thunder." And so it goes down in theatrical history and as an idiom to steal the thunder. They're stealing my thunder. And Owen Jones was doing just that to Margaret Hodge. He might as well have started knitting in the middle of the studio. It would have had the same effect, and it undermined his argument, and that, I think, is the real disaster, because he had valid things to say, and I must say I'm now very reluctant to look at Owen Jones. Oh, but I will go back. I will tighten my belt and go back and look again at Owen Jones. I think one always should, because it was a schoolboy error, and he was behaving like a schoolboy, and schoolboys grow up.